Hello everyone. Welcome to a very, very exciting live stream today. How is everyone doing? I hope everyone is all good wherever you are. And just to do a quick introduction, I'm Alvin from Nanlite, and this is my mate, Luke.
How you doing, mate?
I'm good. I'm good. Today is a really special day, and I know we have something really interesting that we want to show everyone today. All right, and it's actually a new. I mean, some of you guys might have already seen it. It's a new RGB tube light because we launched it officially at 8 p.m. China time, but we're gonna do this live like an hour later, so to give you guys some time to digest what this new product is, so that you got some questions to ask us.
Yeah, enough time to go and grab a seat and get yourself a cup of tea or juice or whatever, and just kind of prepare for the craziness that's to come.
Yeah, so today is gonna be really exciting. Other than revealing this new product, we are also going to give away this new product itself. All right. So, look, you're in London right now.
I
How's
am,
everything going
yeah.
along in London?
I would like to say I'm based in sunny old London, but unfortunately it's not. It's been raining most of today, so I'm based in like the edge of East London, Essex kind of way. So it's been raining all morning. It's been pretty miserable. But then a couple of days ago we had sunshine. So yeah, it's been going really. It's okay. But I've seen on your posts on social media, you guys are dealing with some pretty outrageous weather. Yeah.
Yeah, it was like terrible. I'm actually in Thailand right now, and the weather in Thailand it's the worst time to be in Thailand right now because we're heading towards, we're going into a summer. And yesterday we had like a record high of like 40 degrees, and it's like
Wow.
crazy weather. I was like, oh no, I'm not gonna step out there. It's like so hot. Yeah. But
I would
anyways,
have. I would happily trade you. I'd happily trade you, mate. You can come here. I can come to Thailand. I'm sure we'll both be happy.
yeah, I think we could like, probably compromise like half your weather from London, from UK, and half my weather from Thailand. But anyways, thank you all for joining us today. I see we have a lot of people joining us. So, oh, we got someone from UK as well.
From the UK.
Good
Nice.
Willow Art Media. Nice, nice. Yeah.
Thanks for
Where are you
joining.
guys from? Share with us. I know Luke, Nicholas. I know you. You're from Singapore.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
we
that's a
have
good one. I
Victor
think
here.
wherever you are in the world, just let us know. Put a comment down below and just let us know where you are, either with like your flag or sort of the name of your country, just to kind of get us an idea of like the scope of our audience. We know we've got the UK, we know we've got Singapore so far. So yeah, it's a good mix.
Yep. This person here. I'm sorry, I can't read Thai, even though I'm in Thailand. But you are definitely from Thailand. Okay, we have Afik, Rahim. Hi, Afik, Rafik. We have Nicholas Lee here. Nicholas Lee. All right, cool. I don't know if
That
he's the one.
happens now.
Oh, we got our team from Nanlite. Okay.
Yes.
Anyways, yeah, we got a very awesome team as well. So we got Silvio. You're from Italy. Nice to
Nice.
meet you. Welcome,
Ciao, ciao.
welcome. We got Zacko Bro from
Australia.
down under
Nice.
Australia. How are you, mate? All good. We got John Low from Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia.
Malaysia. Nice.
Selamat, selamat. We got
Sorry.
another guy from England.
Local
Afiq,
to me.
sorry. We got Danielle from Nigeria.
Nice. This is good. We're kind of, if
Nice.
you think about it from a global
We got
perspective, like we're kind of
yeah.
covering, yeah, we're covering a fair width. Latvia, amazing.
We got Michael from Latvia. We got Tim from US. We got another one from UK,
Manchester. Oh,
Manchester.
the raptographer. How you doing,
Ah,
mate? It's good. So, yeah, we're pals through social media and stuff. Thanks for joining and watching. Yeah, watching live. It's always appreciated. The support is always
nice.
appreciated.
And we got Gary Young from Singapore. We got Cruz
Puerto Rico.
from Puerto Rico. And we got Bastien from France. Hi, Bastien. Thanks for joining us, Bastian. Anyway, thank you so much for joining us. We got really, a lot of people from all around the world tuning in to watch this new product launch, and I think it's going to be a really exciting one. All right. So, anyways, I think you guys already know. If you guys followed us on our social media platforms, you have already know that we have launched this new power tube, like called the power tube T87X. All right. Okay, so what is going to happen here is we are going to give away not one, not two, but three PowerTube T87X today. Okay, so you got three chances of winning yourself the all new T87X. Okay, so just stay tuned. Listen to what we have to say, and we'll be asking a very simple question each along the way. And if you listen to us, you definitely get the answer correct. Okay, so it's going to be a fun way of giving away this T87X to you, and it's sort of by chance. So for those of you who have joined us in our previous launch previously, we're gonna do a question and then we'll do a countdown, and the first person whom we received on the YouTube comments below will win this prize. All right, so it's going to be a very fair and a very justice giveaway, I would say.
Indeed.
Okay, awesome, awesome. So I think before we formally start, sharing more details of the T87X, let us have why not? Let's just give away the first
Let's
segment
give
first.
let's give one away before people even know what it does. Let's just give one away. Let's just
Okay,
get the
okay.
energy up.
Let's see. We got how many guys watching? Whoa, okay, we got pretty much. Okay, so now um who wants to win? Who wants to win? Okay, we are going to give away the first segment now. So let's not waste any more time. Let's go straight into the giveaway. So we are going to give away the first PowerTube T87X. All right. So who wants to win this PowerTube T87X? All right. Okay, I see me. Let's go. Yes, all right. Okay, so I'm gonna ask a very simple. Okay, not really a question. Okay, let's make this a giveaway for everyone. All right, you make it easy. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is, or what you need to do is now in the comment, just type in welcome PowerTube T87X. Okay, so just type in the comment box below like PowerTube welcome PowerTube T87X. Okay, and then I will be showing our awesome TVC in a bit, and at the end of the TVC, the first person who types in the comment welcome PowerTube T87X will stand a chance to win this T87X. All right. Okay, so get your fingers busy, keep typing. And without further ado, let me bring on our official TVC, which is, really awesome. And introducing to you the all new PowerTube T87X. Okay, so what do you guys think of this TVC? I
I I
personally I
personally
love
love
it
it.
a lot. Yeah,
Yeah, it's great to see
I
so
think
many
this
lights working, and yeah, it's fantastic.
yeah this is probably one of my favorite TVC of our new products, and I think our team who actually came up with this production of this TVC is really amazing, really amazing. Kudos to the guys who actually come up with these productions of the TVC. So now that you've watched the TVC, I think you can see how I mean the range of possibilities that you can actually do with the PowerTube T87X, right? Like you see what's behind. Look there, some of the tubes there, which we will be talking about it or showing it to you guys in a bit. So it's really awesome. It's a really you can do so much with it. So stay tuned and we'll find out a little bit more on what we can actually do with it. Okay, so now the first segment of the giveaway. Okay, so before I played the TVC, I mentioned that keep typing welcome PowerTube T87X, and the first person who I do a screenshot after the countdown will walk away with the new PowerTube TX7X. Okay, so let's do this now. Let's do this now. I'm on standby now. Preparing my screenshot. Okay, so I'm gonna do a countdown now from 3 to 1. And after 1, I'm going to just do a screenshot. I'm going to share the screenshot. All right. So the first person below, all right, the comment will win the T87X. Okay. So let's do this. So comment. Keep typing, keep typing. So it's a game of chance. All right. So it's a game of chance. All right. So 3, 2, 1. Okay, I got my screenshot. Let me come back and share my screenshot. Share screen, Windows. I need to open this up. Okay, I got. And the winner is. Can anyone guess who's the winner? Okay, let me share.
Let's have a little look.
And the winner is Victory Media.
Victory, nice.
Victory Media.
Fair play.
Congratulations, Victory Media. You won yourself a brand new PowerTube T87X.
Fair play.
All right,
Nice,
so
good. Lots of
Victory Media,
entries. Lots of
just hang
entries.
on. Yeah, so just hang on. Someone from our team will keep in touch with you. All right. Okay. So, anyways, congratulations, Victory Media. Okay, so this is just the first segment of the giveaway for the brand new PowerTube T87X. We'll be giving away 2 more along the way, so just stay tuned, and you will stand a chance to win again. All right. Okay, so let's do this. So now, look, I think we are all excited to see what is this T87X all about, and they want to know a little bit more. So take it away, Luke. I'll leave it to you to do your unboxing and show what's inside the box of the T87X.
Cool, let's go. So this is the latest addition to our PavoTube family, our growing PavoTube family. So we've had the C generation, we have the X, we have the C2, so the smaller version, and now we have the 7X range. So first of all, so it comes in 2 configurations. So we get either as a single tube or we can have it as 4 tubes. If you purchase it as the 4 tubes, it will come in this carry case. So carry case with an adjustable shoulder strap that makes it easy to carry it to and from location. It's well built, so it's going to be able to kind of endure going to and from location. The tubes themselves are extremely light, so this tube is going to be able to kind of house them all really well. I'm just going to swap my camera. One of the first things you'll notice in here is there's 2 segments basically to the actual chamber. The first one, if I open this up here, this is where it's going to house your USB cables and things like that for charging them. So I've got 3 of them. One of them's already been taken out to charge. So your cables will go in there. So you've got somewhere nice to store all of that sort of stuff. So if I just zip that back up like so, and then we move into the second part of the chamber, and you will see this is where you store your tube. So also an instruction manual there as well, with links to our social media and instructions on how to use, and then the tube itself. So let's take this guy out. So we just pull him out from here, and there we go. So we've got the unboxing. I'm just going to pop that down and just pop the case to my side, just so it's nice and secure. So if you get the single tube, it will just come in sort of like a normal standard cardboard carry box. If you get the 4, it comes in that handy case, which I think is really useful. So overall, if you have a little look at it, just the external form factor, one of the first things with all of our Pavo tubes is we have this hexagonal end. So if I just swap the camera again, this hexagonal end in all of our Pavo tubes is designed to be able to lay it flat. So even though it's cylinder and it's round, if you turn it, that beam angle is going to be consistently wherever you throw it. So if you wanted to throw it at the ground and spread across, if you want it to throw up, you're going to be able to do that. So this has that there. The other thing you'll notice is there's a handle. So this here is a handle, so that's designed specifically for holding. So if you were to do, if you wanted to do light painting, for instance, or your assistant had to hold it over a subject or someone like that, you've got a specific handle that allows you to do so. Then you'll notice up here we also have the menu system and such. So you will see that there isn't an LCD screen on here, so there's no longer a screen. So the menu system on here is simplified. We have a power button here. We have our CCT and our hue. We have our dimming there, and then we also have our USB-C charger with a quarter 20 in the middle. So that quarter 20 in the middle, if you can imagine with a floor stand, they're now going to be able to stood upright. The ones behind me, so I've basically got to my, I'm trying to think, to this side, to my left, which is your probably camera right. The three of those, they are 7Xs, and they're all hung from quarter 20 nooses, so little eyelets. And then this side, a Pavotube 30C. So you can see that they don't look out of place in terms of how they position. So very easy to grip them. I was playing around with these, and because of the weight of them, you would be able to use heavy duty double-sided Velcro. You could basically stick that onto the ceiling and mount these, no problems at all, just because of the sheer weight. They're so light. So yeah, Alvin, that is the form factor of the new 7C.
Thank you so much for sharing this. It looks really awesome. It looks really nice, and there's so many possibilities they can actually do with it. So let me just take this opportunity as well to share some more information and about the T87X. So Luke has just shown you unboxing. So what's inside the box? So the one that Luke just showed is actually the 4-kit set, which comes in a very nice case as well, right? So next up, we'll be talking a little bit more in terms of the features and the functions, as well as also the app controls, and also what are the accessories that are available for this PowerTube T87X. Okay, so the PowerTube T87X is actually available in 1 kit and 4 kit. All right, so in 1 kit, it comes with just one tube, T87X. It comes with a charging cable and also an instruction manual. For the 4 kit set, as what Luke has shared earlier on, it comes with 4 T87 tubes, and it comes with a really nice carry case. It comes with 4 charging cables and also one instruction manual. All right. So have a look at this picture. This is one of the screenshots from the TVC earlier on. This is amazing. Like what you can actually do with this T87. Using it as a practical light and the possibilities that you can actually create. The effects that you can actually create with this T87X. So let me just run through some of the features and functions of the new T87X. So the new PowerTube T87X is 1 meter long, and it weighs only 280 grams. All right. So for those of you who have already, used our X series, the new X series power tubes, if you were to use the T87X, I think you could probably swing it like really high up because it's so light. All right. So like what Luke has mentioned earlier on, it's really good for light painting. These days light painting is like really trending, and a lot of people are doing a lot of amazing light painting photos. So the T87X is also really good because of the lightweight, and it's at 1 meter long with the handle grip. It's really good for light painting.
Correct.
Okay, so next would be the average CRI of the T87X is 96, and the average TLCI is 97. It has a range of plus and minus 100 GM adjustment, the green and magenta adjustment. And also it has a really wide range of CCT ranging from 2700 to 7500 kelvins. All right, so it's really wide CCT range. And it also has 36,000 color options, HSI color options. All right.
Yeah. So just showing that now. So if you have a little look here, I'm going to go across the whole range. So this is an extended range. So some lights will tend to only do 2,700 to maybe 6,500. That seems to be like a standard kind of a sort of range. Whereas this will go from 2,700 as it is now, which is very tungsten, all the way through to 7,500, which is a whiter, cooler light. And then with the GM adjustment, so that's the green and magenta, you can adjust this. And where that comes into play is if you are using lights from other brands or a mixture of lights across your production, this is going to allow you to use these without too many conflicting color issues or too many sort of inconsistencies in color to make post-production a lot easier. So that extended range is super, super, super impressive. It's just a great function to have. So you can do a lot of great creative things with it.
Yep. All right. Thank you so much for sharing that,
No worries.
Luke. Okay, so for the PowerTube T87X, it also has a built-in battery. All right, so you don't have to worry about having to plug on additional accessories. So as similar to our older power tubes, it has a built-in battery as well. Okay, so the battery capacity on the T87X is 3.7 volts and with a 2200 milliampere mAh capacity. All right, so the total runtime at 100% is about 56 minutes, so it's like close to an hour. And at 20% brightness, it's about 3.5 hours. All right.
Yeah.
So the total charging time needed is about 2 hours for full charge.
And what I wanted to show you really quickly is just to give you an idea of what 100% looks like and what 20% looks like, because I think people will think, well, if it's this amount of power, 20% isn't going to be enough light, so I'm going to have to run it at 100%. So I'm just going to show you now. So this is going to be pot at 20%. So that's now pot at 20%. I'll just show you on the app here, so you can see that that's now set at 20%. And then in terms of light, so I'm being lit by a mixed panel 150 at the minute, and that's around about 90%. It's quite close to me. You can see that it's quite harsh on the highlights, just because I wanted to pocket the light in this space. This here is still managing to light me and the table at 20%. So it's putting out a fair amount of light. Now, I'm now going to do this up to 100%, so you can look at the difference, and you can see this in the app as well. So that's now at 100%. And you can see it's incredibly bright for what it is. So you'll get an hour of runtime. So just shy of an hour of runtime at 100%. So yeah, so just bear that in mind. So don't think for yourself 1 second because of the power, because of the wattage and the powerage or whatever, it's not going to have enough power. There's plenty of power inside this. And bear in mind as well, it's not just power on CCT. So like, for like tungsten range through to that cooler range, it's also through the HSI as well. So any of the colors you want to create, they're going to be bright, they're going to be vivid, they're going to be very punchy because it does pack a punch.
All right, thank you so much, Luke, for sharing that.
No worries.
So it's even though it's like a really small powered tube light, but it's really, really powerful at 100%. Okay, so next up, we'll share some of the power solutions as well. So for the PowerTube T87X, there are three ways of powering it. So the one of the ways is to direct power it from a Type-C, a USB-C Type-C port. That's direct power. And the second way to power it is through a wired controller, which is what we call a WC USB-C C1 wired control. So this is an optional accessory that you can actually purchase later on. I'll talk a little bit about this in a bit. And the third way to power it is you can power it through a power bank. All right, so you can be on the move while using the light. Okay, so now you actually have complete control, of the PowerTube T87X. So some of the ways that you can actually use to control the PowerTube T87X is, one of the way is the Nanlite app control, which Luke has shared earlier on. So Luke, you want to share a little bit about
Yeah, of
the
course.
possibility of
So
using the app control?
of course, indeed. So you can see here that I'm now in the Nanlite app control. By playing around with this, I can control the color perspective. I can also control my saturation and my hue. So between these settings here, you're able to access up to 36,000 different colors because you've got the ability to control the hue and also the saturation. We can also control effects in here as well. So we can choose an effect. So for instance, if I wanted to go to police or cop car, that's going to flash between a blue and a red to recreate or simulate the look of kind of a cop car effect. So I can control all of those very, very, very accurately from the phone, and also do that. And this is now available on ISO and also Android. It's worth bearing in mind on the tubes themselves. because there's no LCD screen, in terms of the power step ups, you step up in 20% increments. Okay. So if you were to push it once, it would go to 20% brightness, push it again, it'll go to 40%. Again, it will go to 60, 80, and then 50. So you have to push it 5 times to be able to go back to the beginning. And that's just because there's no LCD display. So you have to go up in those 20%. If you want those finer adjustments in terms of going up in like 1% increments, you wanted to go to 11%, for instance, you're going to have to use the Nanlite app to be able to do that, which is available, as I say, through ISO and also Android. I've been playing around with these, and you can see that I've got 3 behind me, I've got 1 in front of me. They connect over groups fantastically well, and you can share the special effects. So in terms of creating a group special effects, they all work fantastically well over the new Nanlite app. So yeah, full control through the Nanlite app, which is really exciting for us.
Yep, that's right. So you have full control, and it's a direct control, through the Nanlink app as well, because the T87X actually have a built-in Bluetooth function, so you can actually connect it directly to the Nanlink app. All right.
Yep.
Okay, so next would be also another possibility. So this is going, you can actually use like DMX or RDM control as well. How cool is that?
This is
On
the part for me that blows my
T87X.
mind. Like when you understand the price point of this product and how you would apply this to, let's take for instance a big scale production. You wanted to use a big scale production with maybe 50 lights all doing a synchronized special effects. A light at this price point, there's no challenger out there at the moment that can do this. So the ability to connect this into a DMX setup is fantastic, because it means if you have any of our other products and you're going onto set and you're creating quite a complex lighting setup with a range of different fixtures that needs to be controlled from a DMX board, this can now be integrated. It's not a case of it's a new product that only aligns to a certain type of genre of creative. Anybody can use it. You could be a one-handed light painter, but you could also be a top-end cinematographer that wants to create really complex light setups, and DMX is one of the tools to do that. This does it.
Exactly, and you have that on the T87. That's how amazing is it. Look, I remember when we launched, was it? Yeah, when we launched the X series Power Tube, I think in our TVC, we had this scene where we had like the tubes being lined up to do like
Mario.
a Super Mario kind of, TV wall, and we can actually play like watch TV or play a game with the,
The great
the line
thing,
of the
the
tubes.
the great thing with this is this basically has access up to 16 pixels or 16 pixel groups effectively. So what you can do is if you had 10 of these, for instance, and with a DMX board and the right software, you can replicate your own visuals over that screen. So Mario is an example, a logo. So if you think about like in a big city where they have those digital billboards, that's the same technology effectively that's in here, because you've got that finite pixel of control. So this has capacity to do that. So in terms of the scale of production, there's nowhere that this doesn't fit in, which is pretty exciting.
Exactly, exactly. And wait till you guys hear the price point of this, and you'll be surprised. We could buy a dozen of this, and we do our own LED TV. All right. Okay, cool. Next up. Okay, so the other ways of having control to the PowerTube T87X is definitely onboard control, which Luke has shared, and he will share a bit more in a bit, and also the wire control, which I mentioned earlier on. All right. So Luke, you want to share some of the buttons on the
Yeah, of
onboard
course.
control with us?
Yeah, of course. So this won't take too long because it's so simple, and that's great because simple is good. So if we have a little look at this here, I'm just going to make sure you can see it and turn it up the right way. So what you'll have is at the top is you have your power button. So you hold that down for a few seconds, that will turn it off. This here will access our CCT and our hue. So we push that to change between the two modes. And then the other side is our dimming. So if I go to our dimming here, you can see I'm talking about those 20% increments. So push it once, it goes up. So this is 0. We go 20. Sorry, that's the 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, back down to 0. So it goes up in those 20% increments. And then the other one you have is just over on here. The other onboard stuff is there's a reset button. So, pop a little pin in there, you can reset. But the other thing you can do is if you need to reset, say for instance, the Bluetooth. So you're going on to set you're going on to set, you've used these before, and you need to create a new kind of group, a new kind of look, and you need to reset the Bluetooth. Obviously, there's no screen to get into a sub menu to try and find it. So in terms of doing that on here, all you would effectively do is the three buttons, you push them all down at the same time. The tube will pulsate blue, and that basically means it's reset. So it's not a case of, okay, right, I can't reset them or kind of reconfigure them for a new shoot or for a new scene that I'm producing. Hold those three buttons down. Because it's direct communication with the mobile phone, it will populate in the screen pretty much straight away, and then you've got control over it again. So really easy, simple configuration to be able to use it on board.
Yep. Thank you so much, Luke, for sharing that.
No worries.
All right, so let's move on. All right, have a look at this picture. What do you think of this picture? You know,
That's
I
great.
really, it's amazing how these guys, have shot this TVC. I love this TVC so much. You know, now with the possibilities of, having a really light tube light and also with some really cool features in it that allows you to create this effect. All right, so we'll touch on that special effect in a bit. Okay, so on the PowerTube T7X, it has the standard 15 built-in practical effects. All right, so it has your hue loop, your CCT loop, your interloop, your flash, pulse, storm, police car, TV, paparazzi, candle, fire, disco, red bulb, fireworks, explosion, and welding. So it has the standard 15 built-in practical. But what is coming up next is it also has 10 pixel effect on
Sorry,
the TH7X.
did you say pixel effects?
Yes, there is also 10 pixel effects on the. Oh my god, this
Let
is
me
so awesome.
I'm just going to draw attention to this. So, if anybody that's seen our X series or something like that, so we've got the ability to control these tubes. So the tubes are broken down into almost 16 different segments. Okay, and you can control each of those segments. So I just go into the pixel effect here, and then I can control the speed of that. I can also control hue. If I swap this out, you can see on here. Yeah, you can basically see if I just pull it down in there, you can see the pixel control. One of the coolest features that people tend to like the most is like the driving or the process. So if we were to go up to the top, we can choose our pixel effect. Process is quite good. We choose a background color. Red is always a good example, and then we'll contradict that with the blue. So go to there. So you've chosen those two colors. Now, what you'll see on the tube is if I lay that in front of you, you can see that that's going to scroll through. Now, if I wanted to, I can control the size of that pixel. So that's now 4 pixels, or I could just make it 1 pixel depth long. And then also I can control the speed. So you look at now the speed that's shooting across on top of it. So think about it from a special effects. You want to create this scene, and this is a very generic one that everybody goes to, but it's a really good example. You want to create the look of transitional light in a vehicle as it's moving, but you can't go out and shoot on a road because of laws and all that sort of stuff or production budgets. So what you do is you get a car, you set it up statically, you have these positioned either side, you use this effect here to create the look of passing lamps. All of a sudden you've been able to create what would traditionally a very expensive effect for no money at all, effectively. So you can really take your production up to the next level, with a fraction of the traditional budget, which I think, again, I keep on saying it's really exciting in terms of how you can use these with a little bit of intelligence and sort of light savviness.
Yeah, awesome, awesome. This is so nice. I think pixel effect is one of the must-have effects on tube lights. So
Yeah,
I think, I'm so happy to see that, the pixel effects and 10 pixel effects are available on the T87X. So
yeah,
imagine, doing light painting with some of the pixel effects on it. How
exactly.
awesome! How awesome is that? Imagine that the creative stuff, the amount of creative stuff you can actually do with that kind of effect. This is mind blowing. It's really
Yeah.
amazing. All right, so that's really nice to know. Okay, so moving on next. Sorry, I'm a little bit excited knowing that there's a pixel effect. Okay, so moving next on board, the controls like what Luke has shared earlier on. There are limited buttons, and they don't have, I mean, on the TS7 there's no LED screen on it, so there's only limited controls that you can do on board. So you can only adjust the hue, the CCT, as well as the brightness, the dim adjustments. All right. But on the app control, you can actually have full control to all the effects and all the parameters on the T87X. All right. So definitely we recommend you to use, control it with the Netlink app.
Of course.
Okay. So moving on to some, details. So the TH7X, the power of the TH7X is 8 watts. All right. So, but as Luke has shared earlier on, even though it's only 8 watts, but at 100%, it's so powerful. Even though he's using it like in front of the mix panel at 90%, it's still really, really bright. All right. So in terms of the input voltage, it's DC 5 volts, 2 ampere. The built-in battery, as mentioned, is 2200 mAh, and it has an average CRI of 96 and average TLCI of 97. So on board control, because now it doesn't have LCD, so it's only triggered by the buttons, all right? So at every press of the buttons, the brightness will change in interval of 20%. So it starts from 0% to 20 to 40 to 60, 80, and 100%. So there's 6 levels of brightness on board control. And in terms of the Bluetooth, or in terms of the Netlink app control or the wire controller, you can actually have full control from 0% to 100%. All right. And in terms of the CCT, similar to the dim function as well, you can only change your CCT in intervals like from 2700 to 3200 to 4300, 5600, 6500, and 7500 Kelvin. So it's also 6 levels of interval if you change your CCT. All right. As for the hue on board, you can only change 12 different colors. All right. And on the pixel quantity, there are a total of 16 pixels in that 1 meter tube. So that's a lot of pixel actually in a 1 meter tube. All right. And as mentioned, it is only 280 grams. So it's super, super light. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, and it's only about 1 meters long. So look, it's doing a balancing trick there.
It's so, like, because just to try, because normally with heavy stuff it's really difficult to find the center point, whereas with this it's so easy to find the center point, and you can effectively, if you wanted to, just balance it on on one finger. It's so light. So in terms of rigging it, it's super easy to rig, or it will be super easy to rig, and I think that just allows you a little bit more creative freedom, because you're not worried about, okay, right, I need this tool, I need this bit of grip. It's all just going to go up very easy, allow you to create what you want. So yeah, very excited.
Yeah, and I think because of the weight is so light, if you want to mount it anywhere, I think you could just use just a tape or maybe a Velcro tape, and just you could Velcro it upside down in the ceiling, on the wall, and it stays there because it's so light. So I think this is one of the advantage as well, being lightweight. All right, and lastly is the control. So we have a few ways of controlling. So it'll be onboard control with the wired control, or Bluetooth, or the Nanlink app, and lastly DMX or RDM control. All right. Okay, so let's go and talk a little bit about the app control. Luke, do you want to share a little bit more some of the features on the app for the TH7X? Luke, we can't hear you. Sorry, your oh, your mic is not connected. It's okay. While Luke figures that out, I will go through some of the other points first. Okay. So in terms of the TH7X, because it doesn't have a LED screen on it, so when you do firmware update or upgrade on the TH7X, it's going to be a little bit different from the other power tubes. All right. So these are some of the steps. Don't be fooled by all the multiple steps. It's actually really, really easy to use. All right. So how to upgrade the firmware. So in terms of the T87X, okay,
Can
I
you hear
think
me
I
now,
got
mate?
look back.
You got me back?
All good, mate. All good,
Hey,
mate.
my,
Hey, okay, let's go back. Maybe you can show us a little bit about the features of the app on the
of course.
T87X.
Yeah, of course. So I'll just change that. Apologies about that. It's always the way with technology. You charge everything all night, and then the moment you go live, something's always going to change. So luckily, Alvin gave me a bit of a hall pass to kind of fix it. So in terms of like how the app control looks, so let's take you to the overview. So this is our CCT. So that's going to be able to control that 2,700 all the way through to 7,500 in terms of that color. We can also, I'll put this behind me so you can see the brightness going up. We also can then access the HSI mode. So you can see here that we can choose colors if we wanted to. A great feature is we have the ability to take a photo. So I'm just going to find a color. If I find a blue here, I'll take a photo of that blue here. I will hit done and the tube will now recreate that. So that's another great feature that we have. We also have the ability to access the effects. So in here you hit effects and then you have the whole list. So Alvin specified how many there were, and you can see you've got a huge array of them. So explosion, weld, police car, the options are infinite. And within the app as well, what you tend to have that you wouldn't have on the tubes themselves is the ability to go into things like pulse. We can also reverse the pattern, or we can create a one-way pattern. You wouldn't get these on the actual tubes themselves. So it's well worth using the app to be able to drill into this extra level of detail to give you fuller control. Then you have the pixel effects, which is where people are probably going to want to use the most now. If, for instance, we would choose process, I've created this process here where I've got two colors kind of interacting, and I can change those. If, for instance, I can have colors from the CCT range, which is that 2,700 to 7,500, or I can choose through the HSI range. So I can select those. And if you have a little look at the tube in front of me now, you can see that it's using a white light and a red light and mixing between the two. And again, within the app, if you drill down a little bit further, you then have these extra options here. So for instance, you have the ability to take the pattern backwards. You can create symmetry within that pattern. You can also create a random pulse. So if you wanted to create, sort of some really complicated special effects, you can create random pulses. You can create a flash. You can change the interval of all of those as well, which is pretty good. And one of the new things we have on the app as well is this back button just at the top here. So whatever you change, if you do that, that will take you back. And that's just a great way to not lose track of not lose track of what you've been able to do. So yeah, it's just a new feature that we've added into the app, and I think it's really useful because if you create a setting and you've forgotten how you've gotten there, you can either go back or you can go forward, and I think that makes it really easy to use. So the app, in my opinion, the wire controller is a fantastic option, but I think the app is where you really want to be to get the best out of these tubes for sure.
All right, thank you so much, Luke, for sharing some of the
No worries.
features on the Nanlite app itself. Okay, so as I was saying, in terms of the upgrade of firmware, we what we can do is because I don't think we have a lot of time to go through this today because it's actually quite a bit of step, but very easy. So what we'll do is look at myself. We will probably do another session of live stream, and we will share more details for those of you who wants to know how to upgrade the firmware on the TS7X. Do stay tuned and join us in um, our upcoming post or live streams again. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so let us quickly move on to some of the accessories that we have. Okay, so talking about, I shared earlier on in terms of the wire controller, which is called the WS USB-C C1. Okay, it's a little bit long, but it's actually a wire control for the T87X, X7, 7X. Okay, sorry. So this wire control has a built-in LED screen, which allows you to see your settings on the T87X. All right. So it'll be easier for you to control the TH7X. And other than having the LED screen to control, this wired controller actually also acts as a power bank because it has a built-in 4,400 mAh battery, which when you plug it into the TH7X, it also acts as a power bank. All right. So earlier on, if you guys notice what I've shared, in terms of the built-in battery on the TH7X, the battery is actually a 2,200 mAh battery, which lasts for about an hour, 56 minutes to be exact. So if you were to connect the wire controller on the T87X, which means that it has two more times of the battery power. on the other than the built-in battery. So which means that you can now use the T87 for up to 3 hours. Makes sense, right?
which is yeah, which I think is not only is going to give you that level of an extra bit of level of control, but you've also got the power. So rather than it just being a case of being able to program them and then unplug it, you can program them and then also get that bit of charge. So if you need a little bit of power on set, and you also maybe like, here's a good example. So you work on set and somebody hasn't used the Nanlite app before, or hasn't used Nanlite, and you've got the wire controller. It might be easier for them to pick that up and visually see and do the configurations if you've got an assistant. The app is super easy to use, but sometimes just have people have preferences on how they control. So I think the wire controller is a great accessory to have, just to give you a few more options in terms of like setup and also working with other people in sort of bigger teams.
Exactly, totally. Right. So other than the wire control, we also have an additional accessory, which is actually a DMX cable splitter. So it's actually a trio connector where you have the input, the output, and also the Type C connector, DMX connector, right? So this is also a separate accessory for it. So have a look at this picture, man. Imagine what you can do with the DMX control, and even on the Nanlite app.
Yeah.
Imagine with the pixel effect going around with this layout. You know, you know, go back and watch our TVC. We're gonna probably post our TVC later on
Yeah.
again. So go back and watch the TVC again. It's a really really beautiful TVC. So you can see all the amazing effects, the setups
Yeah.
that our team have done, and maybe it will give you guys some good ideas in your upcoming productions or shoots as well.
And also the sheer level of control, the ability to control all of those to that degree, to that accuracy is unheard of, particularly when you hear the price.
Okay, so that is pretty much what I have now. Okay, so time for another round of giveaway. Who wants to win a PowerTube T87X? Come on. Let's see some answer. Who wants to win a PowerTube T87X?
Come on,
Okay,
come on.
so what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna just ask a very simple question. All right, and after I ask the question, the first person who I screenshot after my countdown will be the winner of the T87X. Okay? All right, so okay, everyone is saying me. Yes, so can anybody guess what question am I going to ask? I think this is probably one of a good question as well, like asking everyone, like, can you guess what's
What
the question
question?
that I'm going to ask? Okay, so here goes. All right, so good luck, everyone. So the question is, how many pixel effects are there on the PowerTube T87X? All right, how many pixel effects are there on the PowerTube T87X? Okay, so let's see what are the answers over here. Why do we have 16? Okay, I'm asking about the pixel
The
effects. All right,
effects.
how
Yeah.
many built-in pixel effects are there on the PowerTube T87X? Okay,
Well,
16 is
it
definitely
shows
the
that
wrong answer. That's
it shows that they have to pay attention. So
okay. Anyways, the correct answer is, I'm gonna announce it anyway. So the correct answer to the oh pixel effects, is it
yeah. So
16?
the question, no, the question you asked is how many pixel effects. So there's
Uh-huh.
difference. The pixels in the tube, there's
Yes.
16 pixels in the tube, and then the effects are slightly different, which I've got them in front of me, so I can see
Yes.
how many there are exactly.
Okay. Okay.
So maybe
All right.
maybe give everybody a
Anyways.
bit of extra time to make sure they've digested the question properly.
Okay. Okay. So, anyways, my question is, how many pixel effects, built-in pixel effects are there? I'm not asking how many pixels are there on the tube. Okay, there are 16. There are 16 pixels on the T87. So my question is, how many built-in pixel effects are there
Yeah.
on the Okay, so I hope I made myself clear, right? So I
But
see a lot of
Alvin, it's
correct
re-
answers.
it's it's really good that people know how many pixels are in there, because they are paying attention. How many pixels in
All
the tubes there are,
right,
because people are paying attention.
awesome. You guys are paying really good attention. Okay, so I'm going to do a countdown now. Three, two, one. Okay, screenshot and let me see who is the winner over here. Okay, let me share my screen. I have a winner. I have a winner. I have a winner here. Oh, I just closed my screen. Um, where is it? Where is it? Oh dear. Oh yeah, there it is. Okay.
Hey.
Sorry, my desktop is in a mess. Wait. Okay, so this is the one I want to share, and this is the one that I don't want to share. Okay, so let me share my screen again. And the winner of the second segment of the T87X is. Can anyone guess? Okay, so congratulations to Goat Willow Art Media.
Hey, yes.
Hooray, right?
Great. Yeah, that's it. That's the based in the UK. So that's correct. Yeah. Goat Willow Art Media.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
You
So you can
guessed
see
correctly,
there,
it's 10 pixel effects.
there's 10 pixel effects there that you can access. So hue loop, CCT loop, internal loop, multicolor, fade, process, scroll, fire, rainbow, and finally drive. So 10.
Awesome, awesome.
Cool.
So that's the correct answer for the pixel effect. So there's 10 pixel effects, all right? And there's 10 pixels on the T87X. All right, congratulations to Goat Willow Art Media. So our team will contact with you shortly, all right? Okay, so congratulations. So, okay, so now let's move on to our final segment of today's launch. Okay, so I think, a lot of you guys, are asking like, what is this T87? Where is the positioning of this PowerTube T87? We have the PowerTube C series, the older C series. We have the newer PowerTube X series. We have also the smaller 6C. So what's the positioning of the T87? All right. So look, maybe you want to share with us a little
Yeah,
bit, like,
definitely.
where is the position of the T87 comparing to like the X series and even the older C series.
Definitely. So I've got them all in front of me here, okay? So the only one I don't have in front of me is a 6C because that's behind me light in this little pocket, but we know the 6C. So there's three tubes in the family now. So if we can look at the first generation, so the C, for instance, obviously this doesn't have the pixel effect. Some of the technology in terms of the lighting is slightly different. It doesn't have the RGB WW technology. Where you would position this tube is kind of in between both of these guys. It does what both of them can do, and it caters for everybody across that whole spectrum. So for instance, an example would be if you were a photographer that does light painting, for instance, this is going to be ideal for you. If you were a cinematographer that wanted to do really creative lighting effects, this has the pixel effect, so you can do it. And in terms of this tube here, so the 7X, some people may have one or two of these already and they want to add a few more to get that pixel control, but they might not have the budget or they might not have the scope to do it just yet. But there's now an option to do that. Of course, the 7X is our flagship. Sorry, the X series is our flagship. These are the all singing, all dancing, like the top of the range in terms of the Pavo tube family. And then you look at the 7X, which is just covers the whole spectrum. If you're new to photography and you're new to trying to understand lighting, it's a great tool for you to get to grips with, to be able to use it on your still production. And again, if I say,
Look, you're muted again. You,
Oh, hello. Can you hear me now?
yep. All right, you're back.
Hey,
All
how you
good.
doing? I'm back. 1 second. Let me hold on.
No
Uh,
worries, no worries.
no, it's all good.
Anyway, we have I just want to share a really funny comment from Hans. Jedi Luke, with all the tools that you have now, you could easily go shoot a Star Wars film, man.
I could be Luke Skywalker.
Luke, yeah, how contradict, how coincident is that? Luke Skywalker. All right, you good, mate? Okay, no worries, no worries. So, anyways, while Luke is changing his mic, Okay, so basically, Luke has shared a bit of, in terms of the positioning of the T87X. So it's actually not really a tube light that's going to replace any of our older lights. It's just going to be an additional option, additional RGB WW tube light for you to
Correct.
use for different kind of productions. Because of the
Yeah.
weight, because of the size of it, you can do a lot more. Like I know one of the things that we've mentioned earlier on is light painting. Which I think the T87X is going to be perfect.
Yeah.
For doing light paintings.
And the other thing that I kind of, before I kind of got disconnected again, is the other thing that's, you can do is, if you already own our other lights, this doesn't replace any one of those particular lights. It sits alongside them, and it sits perfectly alongside the C range, and it also sits perfectly alongside the X range because it has that pixel effect, it has that HSI effect. So it isn't out of place. If you look behind me, it's lined up against the 30C. It doesn't look out of place. And it's the same with the 7X. So this is just an addition to the Pavo Tube family that's really going to be able to open up your scope. And I think sometimes creativity can be stifled because of budget and stuff. So I think this really kicks down that barrier and will allow people to do much more creative stuff, a fraction of the cost, which I think in turn, allows you to just create really sort of impressive work.
Nice. All right. Thank you so much, Luke, for sharing this. So I hope you guys have a little bit more understanding of the positioning of the PowerTube T87. I see a lot of questions here. Sorry if we cannot answer all the questions live, but we have an awesome team behind us who will be helping us to answer to some of the questions, right? So if you have any questions, do feel free to leave in the comments, and our team will definitely answer to any of your questions. Okay. So I think we are reaching the end of today's live stream launch of the new PowerTube T87X, and I think we left out one of the really, really important point that actually we didn't leave it out. We actually planned this to put it like all the way to the end of the live stream, and that is, and I'm surprised nobody asked this question. It's like one of the most important question that people might want to know. And that is, how much is the PowerTube T87X going to be retailing for? So no one's asking this question. So, it doesn't matter how much it costs, I'm going to buy it. Yeah, but anyways, this is, you'll be shocked, okay? You'll be shocked at the price. When Luke and myself, we found out about the price, we were like, what?
Oh. So bear in mind, like, let's just recap. Yeah. So we have a tube that's 1 meter. It weighs 280 grams. It has app control. It has a 1/4-20 spigot at one end for mounting. It has USB-C compatibility, pixel effects, up to an hour at 100%. All of those features rounded up. It'd be difficult to find those features in a single product at the price that we've got this. So yeah, just I think bear all of that in mind. Everything we've told you, bear that in mind, and then wait for the big reveal.
Okay, I see some correct answers. We have people guessing like 299. We have people guessing like 199. We have people guessing like 149. We have people guessing 59. Okay, that's a little bit too cheap. But because the retail price, the official retail price of the PowerTube T87X is going for only $95 US. It's under $100 for the T87 with all those features that we've just went through, like what Luke has mentioned. With the pixel effect, the DMX control, the app control, and so many other cool effects on the T87X as well, and the amount of possibilities that you can actually do with it. So it's only at $95. How amazing is that?
It's incredible for me, particularly in the UK. So in terms of like the conversion rate, that comes in, it will probably come in around about the 75, sort of 89, something along those. Like that's an incredible price. Like if you went onto Amazon to try and find a product that had these features at that price point, you wouldn't find one. It's really simple. You'd find probably maybe a cheaper panel that has pretty bad color sort of fidelity. You wouldn't find a product with great accuracy, great connectivity, great features, and will give you change out of $100 or £100. It's really impressive, and I'm super proud of the team and excited to present it because I think it speaks for itself.
Yes. And I think a lot of you guys, will probably use this as what we mentioned earlier on. We can use this as a practical light, or maybe just get 1,000 of it and then build your own LED tube TV and start playing Super Mario on it. I know that's gonna be so cool, man. That's gonna be so cool. Yeah. Okay. So, anyways, we are at the end of our live stream today, and definitely I did not forget. I promise you guys that we are not giving away one or two PowerTube T87X, but we're giving away three PowerTube T87X. So now we are going to give away the last and final T87X. So this is your last chance to win the all new T87X. Okay. So I'm going to ask a very simple question again, and I'll do a countdown, same what we've done earlier on. And the first person that I screenshot will win the T87X. Okay, so can anybody guess my question? I'll probably do this like the next time round. Like I'll just ask, like, can anyone guess my question? And then the person who guessed my question will win the prize. Okay, but anyway, this is not the question. Okay, so the question is, how much is the PowerTube T87X retailing for in US dollar, right? USD. Okay, so how much is the PowerTube T87X retailing for in USD? Okay, so type in quickly, type in. All right, so I'm going to give you guys some time to type in while I'm just going to do a little bit of closing before we end off today's live stream. So first of all, thank you all for taking the time to join us. And in this very special occasion where we launch these really awesome PowerTube lights. All right. And we hope that you guys continue to follow us. Stay tuned to all our social media channels. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you have not subscribed, do subscribe to our YouTube channel, because we are going to give away a lot of prizes as well. If you notice in some of our current YouTube video posts, we are also giving away some prizes there. So go and subscribe. Subscribe to our YouTube channel below. Click on the subscribe button below and follow us. Hit the bell button as well and follow us. And then whenever we have a new post or new video on our YouTube channel, we will be doing some giveaways there as well. Okay. So other than YouTube channel, follow all our social media channels: our Facebook, our Instagram, our Twitter, TikTok. So join us, and then definitely we hope to give you guys more exciting new products as well as more exciting new activities, in the near future. All right. Luke, any words you wanna let these guys know?
No, thanks for everybody's attention. While she was talking, I quickly went onto YouTube and had a little check at the sort of like the stats and stuff. And yeah, really appreciate everybody for taking the time to come and find out about this new product. I hope you're as excited as we are. And yeah, as Alvin said, like kind of check us out all the time because we've always got stuff going on. So thank you for myself here in sunny old London.
All right. Okay, so I'm going to do this now. Okay, so this is going to be the final giveaway, which we're giving away a brand new T87X. Okay, so we have a lot of correct answers now. It's $95 US. All right. So I'm going to do a countdown now, and I'm going to do a screenshot from my computer on the actual YouTube page, YouTube live stream post, and then we'll select the winner from there. All right. Okay, so here we go. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Okay, let me see who is the lucky winner. Da-dang, da-dang. Can anyone guess who's the lucky winner? Sorry, I'm waiting for my screenshot to be out. Okay, my screenshot is out. Okay, we have a winner here. All right, we have a winner here. Let me share my screen. And the lucky winner for the final segment of the T87X giveaway is Bubbly Grace. Bubbly Grace.
Bubbly Grace.
Right? Bubbly
Nice.
Grace. Bubbly Grace. Okay, so congratulations, Bubbly Grace. You have just won yourself a brand new PowerTube T87X. All right, congratulations. Okay, so our team will contact you shortly. All right. If not, for the winners today, if you can also just leave us a PM on on our YouTube channel, on our social media platforms, and then our team will actually get back to you in terms of how to arrange and send this PowerTube T87 to you. All right.
Exactly.
Okay. Cool. Congratulations. So For all of you guys, okay, if you have not won the prize or the TS7 today, don't be sad, don't be disappointed, because like what I always say, we are giving away a lot more goodies, along the way. So follow us on our social media channels, and you will definitely stand a chance to win something one day. One day. All right. Okay. So, anyways, thank you so much to everyone for taking the time to join us. And till next time, wherever you are, take care, stay safe. All right. Creating, and we'll keep in touch. All right.
Exactly.
Take care, everyone. Bye
Take care,
bye.
everyone. Ciao. Stay safe. Bye bye.
Ciao. Have a good day.